Hello everybody, this is Propeller Boy. I recently started streaming on Twitch.tv, and as someone who uses a Mac, I have a Retina MacBook Pro. I found it very difficult to figure out exactly how to stream well. Our PC friends have all sorts of wonderful software available for them to be able to stream. The preferred piece of software is called XSplit, which is relatively inexpensive from what I understand. It's also just the software of choice for Twitch.tv, makes things very easy. It's unfortunately not available for Mac. The only alternative is a piece of software called Wirecast, which is actually very expensive. It's about $500. So I spent a lot of time and research effort and a bunch of trial and error, and I've come up with a streaming setup that I think looks great. And the best news about this is that all the software is either free or extremely cheap. One piece of software you'll need to purchase if you want to do something extra with the microphone, but other than that, everything is absolutely free, and I'm going to show you how to do it. I'd like this to be the one-stop place for the tutorial on how to do this for Mac users, because it was so frustrating for me. So you're going to need a couple of pieces of software for this. We're going to start with a piece of software called Flash Media Live Encoder. All the links to the software you need to download will be in the description of this YouTube video. You need to install Flash Media Live Encoder. When you do install it, the thing which might put you off a little bit is that you need to sign up for an Adobe account in order to do it. Click on Try It Today. It'll ask you for your Adobe account. Now, they don't actually ever send you spam. I never have gotten any spam. And from what I understand, you can actually even use a dummy mail address. But once you've done that, you'll be able to install Flash Media Live Encoder, which is very important. So now, the next piece of software you're going to need, Flash Media Live Encoder is what encodes the video and streams it to Twitch, who in turn streams it to the world. CamTwist is to prepare your broadcast. And CamTwist is a free piece of software as well. You just you can Google search for CamTwist, or the link will be in the description. Very easy download. Just download now, right there, boom. So we'll get to that in a second. CamTwist prepares your broadcast, the video element of it, sends it to Flash Media Live Encoder, who sends it to the Twitch servers. But CamTwist doesn't deal with audio. So specifically, if you want to do multiple layers of audio, or if you're using a game capture device that doesn't get recognized as an actual video input source by CamTwist, we'll get to that in a little bit. You're going to need this this program, Audio Hijack Pro. Now, this is the only one of these pieces of software that costs anything. You can get a free download for a trial. I think after 10 minutes, it starts putting static into the sound output, which you don't want. Once you download it, the license key is only $32. It's an extraordinary program. It allows you to capture audio from any audio source in your computer. Likewise, it allows you to route that audio anywhere you need it to go. So that's pretty important. It's only $32. It's an amazing piece of software. I highly endorse buying it. I do not endorse at all pirating or getting cracked software or torrents or any of that sort of stuff. It's just $32. Really not anything to speak of at all. Now, the last thing that you're going to need, if you're going to be doing an advanced audio setup, is a program called Soundflower, which is another free download. You search for Soundflower, or you find the link in the description. It's the Cycling 74 page. You download Soundflower, install it. It won't actually come up as a program once you've installed it, but rather as a system option. It's sort of a virtual sound driver, which can basically take a whole bunch of sound inputs and channel them into one output. Okay? So, the last thing you're going to want, and this is an optional thing, you're going to want to download a program called Landfair. This is for those nifty timers that you see on Twitch.tv. I'll have the link you can search for Landfair and then find it, or you'll have the link in the description of this video for one of these sorts of timers. And what you're going to want to do when you go to this page, you want to download the multi-platform jar. That runs it. It's a Java program, which means that it's cross-platform. You can just run it from OS X, Mac OS X, and that way you can use it on your Mac. and I already actually have one of it set up right here. I've already, oops, I don't want to resize it. I have it configured. Let's see. Let me resize this properly. Okay. I already have one set up once I have it installed. It's, again, once you install this program, it comes out as a .jar file, which just means you can run it in the Java language. Anyway, I'm going to put this away for now, just so. There we go. That's there. So we have Flash Media Live Encoder to encode the video, CamTwist to set up our broadcast, Audio Hijack Pro and Soundflower to put together route the audio, and our timer Landfair, and that's pretty much all we need. So that's all the software that we have to download. The next thing we have to do, I guess this is really step one post downloads, is go to twitch.tv and sign up for an account there. I've already done so. I'm Propeller Boy, of course, and once you have jumped through all the bells and hoops and done all that sort of stuff, you have your account set up. What you want to do is you want to go to the bottom here and get started. Alternatively, that'll just take you to twitch.tv/broadcast. So at that point, you just go to the bottom here, go to Flash Media Encoder and get the config file. And what that's going to do is that's going to download an XML file to your desktop. Ooh, I already have one of them here. So this particular XML file, oops, I'm supposed to minimize you. There we go. This particular XML file, the point of this is to configure Flash Media Live Encoder to send it to the twitch.tv servers. Okay? So now we have everything in place. I use, for my video capture, by and large, I use my Blackmagic Intensity Extreme for Thunderbolt. And you'll be able to see, I'm just showing my video capture software right here. What you can see is that I have Black Ops 2 set up right now. This is from my feed from my Xbox. That's my capture device. It's one that gets recognized by CamTwist. More on this in a second. But just to show you, that's my particular setup. I'm pretty sure that AverMedia, the game capture, the APOG, new capture device, Roxio, Elgato, all of those capture cards will actually show up on CamTwist. So this is the first thing we're going to load, is CamTwist. Okay, so in CamTwist, this is what prepares, again, our broadcast. So the very first thing we're going to do, the first thing you want to check is double-click on webcam and click on the camera settings, and you'll see that my Blackmagic shows up somewhere in here. If you're using, say, like the old APOG HD PVR, and it doesn't show up, if you're using any kind of capture device, maybe the Dazzle doesn't either, I'm not sure. The bottom line is, if you're not using a capture device if you're using a capture device that doesn't show up on this list, don't fret. There's a solution for that. But for right now, I'm just going to set it up as though we were using my Blackmagic. Okay, so I'm picking the appropriate setting here. So that is my baseline. And if I hit Apple P, you can see there's a preview, which shows, let me enlarge this a little bit, that is, here, let me get my Xbox controller. We can actually, this is Black Ops feed, okay? So that's what I'm going to be streaming to the world. So keeping my preview window open, we want to spice this up a little bit. Technically, that's enough right now, but say we want to add a little bit of scrolling text. In one of the effects down here, there is a scrolling text little thing. I like to put this on my runs to show what, where is that? Scrolling text. So here we are. So I double-click that. I change the text to say Propeller Boy Test Stream. Hit enter to update the, there we go. Going to make the font size a little smaller. I'm going to move it downwards near to the bottom. You can see this all gets updated live in the preview panel. And I'm going to change the font to something a little bit more video gamey. Press Start K. That's a free download too if you Google that. Press Start K is the old NES 8-bit font. Oh, that size is still a little large. There we go. Make it a little smaller. So there we go. So we have that scrolling text. Say I want to add my timer. So at this point, I drag up. Here we go. The old oops. I'm resizing it instead of. I want to do that. I'm putting in my. I put the timer on my desktop, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to choose Desktop Plus. Click once, and then click Picture in Picture here. And so what that's going to do is it's broadcasting my whole desktop right here. I don't want to do that. I want to go to Desktop Plus Settings over in the Settings bit and figure out the exact window. In this case, it's Landfare, and then it'll jump just to this. Now this is too big, and it's right in the middle of the screen. So I go to the Picture in Picture settings. I resize it a little bit. I scale it down. I can crop a little bit of it. Oops, too much. I'm doing this with my trackpad. It's a little irritating. Come on, buddy. There we go. Crop the left. Probably crop the right the same amount. Yeah, there we go. And I'll crop the bottom for good measure. Just get a little closer to that. There we are. And now I can put this, let's say, over. Come on. Put this over here. And you can nudge it a little bit to get it in the appropriate spot. There we are. We're set. So, furthermore, if I want to add, like, say, my a camera, I can use my built-in webcam. I click webcam again over here in the selected video source. Again, I click Picture in Picture, and then that defaults again to my FaceTime. Hi, everybody. Camera. What I'm going to do is I'm going to scale that down quite a bit. And I can put that, let's say, oops, in the bottom corner, same sort of process. Yeah. Now right now that looks a little silly because, maybe I can do this a little. It looks a little silly because of the way things are set up. But basically that's it. I'm just going to take out my picture-in-picture webcam right now. We basically have the setup that we need. So this is essentially the way it goes. One thing I forgot to mention is that in the preferences for CamTwist, you want to have it set up so that your audio output device is Soundflower, 16 channels. Remember that we have installed Soundflower. You want to make the frame rate 30 frames per second. You want to have the cameras warm, and you want to have the video size be 1280 by 720. And if you need to change any of these, if you need to change this particular video size, if it hasn't defaulted to that, you just need to change it, quit CamTwist, and restart it, okay? So basically right now we have set up our camera feed. Now the one thing that I have not gotten to yet is exactly what to do for if you have something like the APOG HD PVR or perhaps the Dazzle, in which your webcam, which is like your actual video feed, doesn't show up in this particular box here, okay? So if that's the case, what we're going to do is I'm going to open up whatever capture software I have running on, in this case, I'll use iTV. I have my old APOG HD PVR running as well. I'm going to run iTV. And you'll see in the component input, it'll show up in a second. And let me turn down the volume on my TV here. Okay, so you can see that I am in fact, I'm using the video capture right now from my Wii for Bit Trip Complete, really awesome. So that's my preview window. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose that as Desktop Plus as well, just like we did for the Landfare timer. I'm going to pick Desktop Plus, Picture in Picture, and then I'm going to go to Desktop Plus Settings, Confined to Application window. I'm going to pick, in this case, the iTV component input, and I'm not going to mess around with the resizable selection. You're going to see in the preview right now that not only is the size incorrect, because this is a 780p, 720p slate, shall we say, and this is only the Wii output's 480p output, but also this the component input top of the window is showing up. So what we're going to do is, taking a look at our preview, we're going to go to the picture-in-picture settings. I'm going to scale it as big as it can go, which is 2. There we go. I'm going to crop that top. I'm not going to use the resize function. You don't want to mess around with the resizable selection. You want to just crop that bit off. So again, we're going to crop the top. And there we go. Okay? So let's see. I can probably move that to the left a little. Oh, right now that's also going over top of my the way that it goes is that whatever is on the bottom is the most visible. So what we're going to do is we're going to take out the scrolling text. We're going to take away the LAN-fare. Oops. Starting from that clean slate. Sorry. Here we go. Picture in picture. Sorry that I messed that up. We're going to pick the ITV component output. We are going to resize it to go as big as it can go in this particular case. We're going to crop the top bit, and I'm going to move it over to the side a little. And now I can do another desktop picture-in-picture with LAN-fare, just like I did before. I can scale it down a little bit. Oops, force of habit. Put it over there. Come here. Or wherever I'd like, just to give you that fresh idea. Okay? So that's basically what you need to do to get things together. I'm just going to leave it like this for right now. You'll see again that if I reset my timer, it updates live in the preview here. So then I can actually start my splits and go through another run. Okay? So now that I have the picture set up, I'm going to X out of the preview. I'm going to minimize cam twist. We need to set up the the audio. So what we're going to do right now is we are going to channel a couple of things together into the audio to send to Flash Media Live Encoder. We're going to start with Audio Hijack Pro. And what we're going to do is, oh boy, look at all these recordings. You use the plus sign here, and you can make new audio sources. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take, this will, assuming you have, again, something that shows up as a video device, we're going to pick an audio device. We're going to select it. In this case, we're going to take the Blackmagic Audio, and we are going to route it to Soundflower 16 channels. Okay? So that's what we're going to do for that, and hijack it. And likewise, I want to have my microphone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the built-in microphone input. I've already set this up, but you just do the exact same thing. You know what? Never mind. Let's actually make a new one here. New, select a source, source type, audio device. We're going to make the built-in microphone and the output device Soundflower 16 channels. Okay, and we are going to hijack that. So right now we're hijacking my capture card audio from my Xbox. We're hijacking the my built-in microphone. You can actually see the audio from there. If I were to fiddle around with my Xbox too while I'm silent, you'll see that the bars go up and down. There we go, see? That's from my Xbox video output going through my Blackmagic capture card. The other thing is, again, if you have a device that doesn't show up in here, like we did for, like we're using my old APOG HD PVR, and in that particular case, what you'll do is you will you go to System Preferences, Sound, Output, and go to Soundflower 16 channels. So now we have everything set up to send to Flash Media Live Encoder. So we have our video set up, we have our audio set up. I'm going to load Flash Media Live Encoder. And, where's my Wii remote? I just need to reinstate my well, why are you doing that, Cam Twist? Take a preview. Oh, that's why. Here we go. Let's just clear this, start from scratch. We'll use my Xbox input. In this particular case, don't worry about this with the preview. Sometimes it does that. Webcam, double click it. We won't use the FaceTime. We're going to use the Blackmagic. So there's my Xbox, Desktop Plus. No, let's say scrolling text actually, sorry. We'll just keep that for right now. You can fiddle with that the way you like it. We want to have Landfair, so we're going to have Desktop Plus, Picture in Picture. Go to Settings. Pick the right application. Picture in Picture settings. We are going to scale it down. We are going to crop. We don't need to crop much actually. I'm going to put it up here. And you know, for that scrolling text, it is bothering me. So, well, I forgot to hit enter too. You always have to hit enter. Going to make the Y position much lower. Where are you? Oh, too low. There we are. Perfect. And we'll change the font just for kicks. Back to press start K. Where are you? Okay. So there we are. There we have our stream. So now what you're going to do is you are going to load. By the way, actually, with your Cam Twist setups, you can actually save a particular. You can save your setup. It's right in here. We'll save it. We'll call it prop test. And that way, the next time I want to do that, I can just go click, click. So Flash Media Live Encoder is showing our preview, the input, the output. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to load your open profile. Actually, I might not show this yet. Open profile, find that XML that should be on your desktop or your downloads, wherever that may be, wherever you downloaded it. That was the thing that we actually downloaded from twitch.tv. There we go. That particular XML. We open it up. Don't worry about it if you get this error screen. So that'll basically set everything up nicely for twitch.tv. You want to set the video device here in the settings to Cam Twist. Then what you're going to want to do is you want to make your input size either 1280 by 720 or exactly half of that, which is 640 by 480. Depends on how beefy your computer is. Make sure that your input size and your output size are the same. And then you can also change the bit rate depending on what sort of upload speed you have. That should be fine. You want to make sure that your audio device is not the Blackmagic audio browser, but it is the Soundflower 16 channels. So there you go. You'll see that this is the audio output here. It's picking up both my microphone and the Xbox. This particular stream here, that's my that's fuzzed out. You're not going to be able to see that, but that's that tells Flash Media Live Encoder to encode directly to my particular stream. So I'm all set up right now. Let's see. I've got the device cam twist. Don't fuss with this. H.264 frame rate should be 30 frames a second. 640 by 480 and 640 by 480. Likewise, you can do 1280 by 720 on both. Get the bit rate. Make sure the audio is Soundflower 16 channels. And then you just click start. There we go. So it is now streaming to twitch.tv with the audio from the Xbox. Let's go back. As well as, the audio from my Xbox through my Blackmagic and the audio from my microphone. Now it says Pacifist Run Practice. I'm actually not doing this right now, obviously, but just to show you that it's all live and going. Oh, you're going to hear an echo now. But like basically that shows you that I'm doing it right now. I'm going to move my Okay, well that's enough of that. You can see that I'm actually playing right now. And the streaming quality is a little choppy right now because of everything that I'm doing, but I'm also running it off of wireless internet rather than wired internet. But it just gives you an idea of exactly what's going on in on my stream and how everything is working properly. So there you go. If you have any questions, please do ask in the comments section. I hope this was useful. Last thing you need to know is when you're done, just click stop, and you will stop streaming, and that's pretty much it. So thanks a lot, folks. Hope this was instructive.
Hey boomer buddies, give me a hug.